Hello people, welcome to Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Me and Joe and Charles. We're gonna work on Project Sam. I'm gonna keep sanding, and rather than bore you with that, the camera will probably be more focused on what Joey will be fabricating for Sam, which is the driveline, a major thing needed to check off the list. It's gonna be kind of difficult because the back half is Dodge and the front half is Chevy. So Joe's come up with a pretty ingenious way to make it work. We did our measurements and junk, so stick around, stay tuned. Maybe we can help you guys out with something similar. You never know.
Okay, for Dan's driveline, we already went through the numbers. The two most important numbers you're going to need is you want to measure from your transmission yoke to the yoke on the output of the third member. So we put a load on it, squished it down, got our measurement, and then you jack it up and take the load off it so you get the minimum compressed, and then you get the length with the shocks out so you know how long your driveline needs to be. If you need help with these numbers, you can call your local, driveline guy, and he'll tell you how to measure it properly for his specs. But it's really easy. You take the two numbers and you find a happy medium and cut your drive shaft, weld it together, and you're done.
Now we're going to use the half of the shaft from Sam's original one because this is Dodge and the new tranny is Chevy. We had the old driveline that was in tank, and it had a bunch of slip yoke kind of stuff, so we're going to be adding some of that, so there'll be some variance when it hops up and down, and you kind of need that.
Dan's truck only varies 3/8 of an inch
because of the suspension.
From totally compressed to totally jacked up. So I mean, that's easy, dude. You got almost 1.5 inches of slop on just the transmission yoke alone. So,
and by putting the torsion bars on the back, that's what causes that. If you put them on the front, it keeps your wheels from hopping around. You do that and it decreases the variance in how much that travels. And like I said, the reason that I did that was because I had to put all the tools to build a house in the back of Sam. This is a work truck. It's always been a work truck. It will continue to be my work truck. So Joey's gonna do that, and I'll show you along the way some of the stuff he does. No, I'm gonna keep sanding. I'm almost ready. I might be able to get some paint on some crap today if I can get it done. So we'll see. We're out by the bandsaw, and this is the slip yoke portion of tank, and Joe's gonna be cutting it at a specific area.
See, this will mount to the transmission, and it'll offer us that much
in case I like jump it or
hits a bump, and instead of it being a solid driveline and it just hammering the transmission and smashing the planetary gears into the sides of the case, it'll just absorb it and
let it travel. So Sam's original one, it was 100% rigid, kind of.
It was a manual transmission.
Right.
So I mean, it could take a little bit more abuse than the automatic can. So
it's going to be an auto.
Tape measure.
And he's going to chop that one, then chop Sam's accordingly to be the right length, then weld it completely around, then we'll pop it up in there, see if it fits. Joe has both pieces cut. He's cleaning out the burrs and junk. There's so much body work to do on this, but I'm starting with the bumper and these little socket holes, voids, that I was going to weld up. I don't want to burn on the back of this because I got all that body work on there, so I'm going to fiberglass these in. I'm going to make all these plugs and put them on there. So maybe in some spots that you can't weld, don't want to damage your paint, this is one way to do it if it's a hidden thing like this is. So I'm going to make a couple of those and then glass them in. That way no mud or gunk or rust gets in there and blows out my stuff from the backside. Clever, huh? Yeah, I thought so too. So Joe's going to do that. Probably, you got to be real careful when you're welding your driveline, man. Got to make sure it's all, because if it's like this, you're all weed eater in the underside.
Back it up and spin it a few times and make sure it's on the
level. On the level. It's got to be on the level. So this is a good one, man, for the Jedi mind powers. Woohoo! Focus, grasshoppers.
Always go outside of your comfort zone.
Yes. Push yourself. Take it to the limit one more time. And I've cut all my pieces and Joe's cutting out. Look at this. See you later. Yeah, see you later. Yep, see you later. So I'm gonna fiberglass this stuff in and continue working on it by myself. Joey's cutting out, you know, all that stuff. But it's understandable, I understand. It's cool. It's priorities, man, but it's cool, it's cool. So I'm gonna fiberglass this down. Well, he handles his priorities. Yep. Getting a lot done. Especially all that homework you need to do. Yep. So I have most of the fiberglass applied and sanded. Remember the holes? No holes, no holes, no holes. It's kind of hard to sand. It's not easy to get in there. Blah, blah, blah. But it's looking a little bit better. Get a little bit more of the shape. Got some of that sanded. Still got tons more. And Joe built and cut my driveline in half. Alright, people. Burning daylight, a little hungry, and I'm covered in fiberglass. I'm kind of itching to go take a shower. Thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Peace out, babies.